Virgo, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate every single one of you. And we're going to get this reading started with a couple of oracle cards here. So let's shuffle it up one time, my guides and spirit team. Talk to me about the beautiful Virgo collective. What do we got in late August? And yeah, we're just going to look at these super quick. Then we're going to get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus spread with the Starseed Oracle to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So we have many things for you to consider. Now, as I get these first couple of cards out, I would just like to extend to everyone in the Virgo collective a most very happy birthday from me to you. It is Virgo season at the time of this filming. So I hope all of your birthday celebrations are fantastic and you have a good one. Let's go. Hopefully this reading is pretty positive too. You know I'm an optimist. Okay, so the imagination being like active, overactive possibly, and we also have this Empress figure. Interesting mix of energies. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. It's your last chance to get your name in for that. Now, into this reading. You see this card, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love when it shows up because you see the hot air balloons, the clouds. It is extremely dreamy, so to me, matters of your imagination. You might be daydreaming a little bit, like that Four of Cups energy, the Seven of Cups energy, like in the clouds a little bit, and that's fine. But when I see cards of imagination and dreaminess, I always say that you might need to watch your dream states. You might be having interesting, vivid dreams in this time. Universe could be trying to send you a message, but creativity could be very fruitful for you in any form. We have the Empress coming up here as well. So just like the Empress within the tarot deck, that beautiful connection to nature, the overflowing abundance. I see this as a blessing, literally, whenever I see an Empress. So there could be some fruitful ideas coming to your mind in the coming days and weeks. Hopefully everything's good. But we're going to get into tarot now. We're going to shuffle it up, get you three in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's see what we got for Virgo. Yeah, those oracle cards, they're not major. They don't make or break the reading, but a lot of times they do tie into the reading itself. Now, in last week's reading, it was titled Big Payoff Incoming, and the week before that was A Serious Talk. So there's been a mix of energies. I'd say in recent weeks, it's been leaning a little more serious for Virgo. So hopefully things are starting to lighten up now that we're getting into your season. So let's go. Let's get these first three cards out. What's up with Virgo, please? And it's always important to remember that this could be the energy of others. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. Not the best way to start a reading, but it's all good. Let's get two more. What do we got for Virgo, please? Okay, Six of Swords. So the mind is showing up in spades here with the 7 and 6 of Swords, and we did see the imagination showing up with that first oracle card. So your mind could be extremely active, especially with both of these cards. Okay, yeah, Queen of Swords. So you have all swords here in this top row. You might really be connected to an air sign. If not, though, you know, we'll talk about some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the juicier stuff. But that serious, urgent type of energy is showing up once again. So let's go through these real quick. The Seven of Swords is usually seen as one of the negative skewing cards of something hidden, secrecy, somebody being a little snake-like, okay? So keep your eyes and your wits about you. There might be someone in your circle you're connected to that's trying to pull the wool. However, I also see this card as an energy of things being revealed and revelation, things being made known to you, because this card is usually depicted in the nighttime. So we'll see what clarifies it. That's a big factor, but hopefully there's no funky stuff going on around you. It's a possibility here. Now, I will say this, with the flow of energy, we have the Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, the movement with the serious Queen of Swords. This could just be someone who is not about playing games. And I've been seeing that for you like in recent weeks as well. Someone who is very serious, someone who's about their business and is not going to deal with any nonsense, okay? The Six of Swords, movement-based, action-based, going from a rough time into a positive time, choppy waters into smooth waters. In the negative sense, this could be somebody ignoring their responsibilities. Not always, though. I just see this as an action card and a movement card that things could be improving. But the fact that we have a triple dose of swords here tells me that someone's mind is extremely preoccupied. If not yours, someone else's. Like the mind is going. Queen of Swords on the back end. Once again, that link to a possible air sign. Okay, she is extremely serious. She is extremely honest, intellectual, good planner. Okay, that's why I gave that message of someone just might not be about any nonsense or BS. That's what she represents to me. Okay, in the negative, this could be someone who's a little callous, someone who's a little cold. This is a strong, powerful feminine energy here, usually like an older feminine energy. But we're going to have to pull more details to see what that's about. It's an interesting story we're starting here, Virgo. So let's dive deeper and clarify. I'm going to shuffle it up one time here for Virgo, please. Let's clarify these cards for Virgo. My gods, what do we got for my friends? Now, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research, rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, all readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Okay, so if these cards make you feel any certain thing, please feel free to share with the class down in the comments. We're going to go in on this Seven of Swords, though. It's just my interpretation, my friends. Let's see what's up with the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Virgo? Deck is being particular. There we go. What do we got? Tower. Wow. Shock. Shock, shock. Something completely unexpected. Yeah, there might be some... I'm trying to word this properly because it's making me want to curse. Like, it's kind of getting my blood pressure up. So beware of any snaky people in your surroundings, that's for sure. And yeah, the Tower could also be an energy of revelation. And I do want to say this, if this isn't your energy, this could be a Tower that's already happened. But the shock, you have the hiddenness of the Seven of Swords and then the Tower coming right in. There might be a shocking type of moment coming in for you. That's a big possibility. I don't feel like it's a complete ending. Towers aren't always bad, but they are surprising. They are usually unexpected and shocking, fast moving. Okay, so we have a lot of movement around this Seven of Swords. Hopefully this isn't somebody who's been acting funky in the shadows and you never even expected it of them. That's a possibility here. Okay, so we're going to keep it moving. This message is what it is, whatever it makes you feel as well. Please feel free to share. But we're going to go in on this Six of Swords. Be like, expect the unexpected, okay? And if there is anybody moving a little funny in your circle, I mean, I'd keep an eye for sure, because this could be a shocking moment, a shocking occurrence, or a big revelation, finding something out. We'll talk about it more during the recap. Let's get in on this Six of Swords, though. Interesting. Why is this Six of Swords here? Two of Wands. Yeah, plan-based. This is somebody that is planning their way forward, does want those calm waters, wants to smooth everything out. So with the way this is reading like a storyboard with the Two of Wands underneath, that one, yes, it is another movement card, a card of distance. So a lot of you might be in situations involving distance, but it is extremely plan-based, just like the Queen of Swords is. So there is undertones of planning here. If you've been through a shocking Tower moment already, this is somebody trying to plan their way forward into those calmer situations for sure. Like if this is someone who hasn't left a rough situation just yet, they're wanting to do so and they're trying to put everything in place to make it happen. Okay, and the same goes to you if you're cross-watching. This could represent whoever, you just apply it to your story. But the calmness, the movement base of this with the planning of the Two of Wands, this is somebody possibly trying to plan an escape of some kind. I'll just say that. Okay, so it could be other things, but that's what it's really vibing with me. We're going to go in on this Queen of Swords, see what she's about, then I'll give you a recap before we get into our bonus spread. Completely different energy than last week, Virgo, that's for sure. So why is this Queen of Swords here? Why is this Queen of Swords here for Virgo? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands in the upright. If you have to confront someone verbally, be in that Queen of Swords mode for sure. Once again, this is another card of movement. And I want to point out that throughout this spread, with the Eight of Wands, the Tower, the Six of Swords, even the Two of Wands, kinda, this is a lot of action. This is a lot of movement, moving pieces. So energetically, there could be a lot going on around you. But if you have to confront somebody, if the things we were just speaking about happened, or you have to talk with someone about it, keep it real, keep it straight up. And I don't think I have to tell you that, Virgo. I know Virgo keeps it real, but that's just the vibe it's making me feel. Another serious type of conversation, which is something that's been showing up for you in recent weeks as well. Addressing an issue, getting down to the root of an issue, seeing it for what it is and making the proper moves. Okay, so if you're not in this mode with this fast action, someone could be flipping the switch on you to turn into this mode. Okay, interesting reading this week. And of course, these can mean other little messages, but it's I don't want to say a weird vibe. It's totally different from last week. When we have this mix of air and fire, the tower, there's a lot of combustible energy here. So we're going to go through a quick recap. If you kindly look down in the box, in position number 1, we have that pesky 7 of Swords, clarified by the tower in the upright. Shocking moments, unexpected things, something might come in that you never saw coming. If you have any snaky people in your circle or someone that you don't quite trust, keep an eye on them, because this is an energy to me of somebody like not expecting, like, oh, I didn't expect this person to do that. Like, oh, I would have never guessed in a million years so-and-so would have done this. That's the type of vibe it's giving me. It can also be something being revealed to you or making sense. In the center, we have the 6 of Swords with the 2 of Wands in the upright. Somebody planning their way forward after this tower moment. After this fallout has happened, after this shock has happened, this is somebody slowly but surely planning, I don't want to say their escape, but that's kind of the vibe it was making me feel. Planning their way forward into those cool, calm waters. On the back end, Queen of Swords, 8 of Wands. All communications need to be strict and serious. Honesty. Straight up honesty. So if you have to confront someone or someone confronts you, just keep it real with them. That's the main vibe I'm feeling here. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into those further. It's like getting my temper up for some reason, this spread. We're going to shuffle it up here for Virgo, please. My God, what do we got? What does Virgo need to hear after a reading like that? Please and thank you. And this is a great way to end every reading. It's a nice little capstone. Okay, a little bit of optimism, regardless of what the messages are. What do we got for Virgo? Thank you. Yeah, Messenger. So just as we're talking about the communication with the Queen of Swords, the Messenger is a strong oracle card, and it could be speaking about the universe trying to talk to you. Okay, and star bathing. So we're going to talk about these real brief. This is something the universe might want to highlight to you. So I'll tell you how it's making me feel intuitively and the strict meaning. But messenger could be synchronicities, number signs, the universe trying to get your attention. But as we were talking about communication, that Queen of Swords with the 8 of Wands, it's showing up here again. Just keep your eyes out for the synchronicities and number signs for sure when we have a card like Messenger, because there might be something the universe is trying to bring to your attention. Simple and straightforward. It literally says serious energy bringing harmony and balance. We saw that with the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Wands trying to move their way forward into those calm, serene waters. Now, star bathing is multifaceted to me because it always makes me feel like you should probably get out into nature, get out under the night sky, and really breathe in and soak in all those beautiful cosmic energies. It could be a nice refreshing reset for you to look up into the sky and gain perspective of what this life is about. Just let those energies flow. But it could be you needing to do a little more research on your personal astrology, your natal chart, your transits, things like that. So that could be an interest in those things, but you might need to do a little star bathing for a little energetic reset, okay? The literal meaning of the card says light body crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So a lot of you might be in a time where your higher purpose is beginning to be made clear to you, or the universe is trying to activate you, move you towards your true calling, your true path. So Virgo, that's what I have for you, my friends. Happy birthday once again, regardless of what showed up in the reading. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. It's your last chance to get your name in for the August subscriber surprise, and I'm giving away, if you haven't heard yet, 2 copies of the Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks in existence from my favorite illustrator. So if you'd like to get your name in for it, 2 simple things, as always. First, you must be subscribed, of course, which I'm sure you are at this point. And 2, if I can grant you any wish, what would it be? You just drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, beginning of September, I'll announce the winners in my community tab, as I always do. I got a couple of comments about this over the past couple of weeks. You go to the homepage of my channel, then the community tab. I always post the winners there every single month. And that's what I have for you, my friends. Thank you so much, as always, and I'll see you next time.